Hi. Zwei. Drei. No, wait. No. We ain't getting down with all that Swiss shit. Sanka coffee. Feel the rhythm. Feel the rhyme. Get on up. It's Red Rush time. Bang your head to the opening riff. What's happening, y'all? It's your boy J-Dub here. Welcome to episode 25. 25 of The Real Rush. Right here on YouTube. 25. It should be like a silver or some shit, right? Give me some silver. I think in PlayStation terms, filming your first episode, that'd be like, hey, you get a bronze trophy, gling! And then, filming this episode, hey, you filmed your 25th episode, gling! Get a silver trophy. And then when we film our 50th episode, gling! Fucking gold trophy. And then 100th episode, gling! Platinum trophy. Ooh, yeah. But then we gonna really break the bank after that. Because if we get more than 100 episodes, gonna be some more trophies in there, right? So we be going into bling titanium territory, or maybe even bling vibranium territory. Ain't nobody got that PlayStation trophy yet. The Real Rush is gonna get there. First one to chart those mountains. I'm saying it right now. I do apologize if I seem a little bit more aloof than usual. It's allergy season out here across wherever, and different pollen affects different people in different fashions. So here we are. But that's okay. We ain't letting that get in the way of episode 25 here tonight. Real Rush, right here on YouTube. So before we get down to brass tacks, I was watching one of those, one of those late night infomercials a couple nights ago. No, it wasn't Homeboy asking for your $10 million seed. Not that guy. No, we haven't seen that guy in a minute. This one was advertising the Blue Diamond Grill, what's it called? The Grill Genie? And they give you a free egg pan with purchase. But I think that has a deeper interpretation to it. And I believe that I have decoded this deeper interpretation. You see, it doesn't mean free egg pan, free egg pan. It means free egg pan. Egg pan. Egg pan, he is an ancient Chinese turned Ugandan dissident. Okay? Now he was captured, he was caught escaping to Canada, selling pig testosterone for crack and blood money. Yeah, I know. It's some fucked up shit. It really is. But he's now living in an asylum in Greenland. I've known the guy, Egg, since '86. He's a very nice guy. I met his family. Had dinner with them on a number of occasions when they used to live in Minnesota. What's going on here? Everything that I'm hearing about old Egg here is complete. It's erroneous, man. It's all erroneous. First off, they said that he came from Uganda, from the time of Idi Amin. I mean, yeah, the brother is fucking old, but nah, he ain't come from no Uganda. He ain't no ancient Chinese dude. No. Originally, this dude is from Colorado Springs, Colorado, and he's just old as shit, and they're looking for somebody to place the blame on something for. So, Egg, if you're out there and you see this, man, we got your back. We're gonna free egg pan. Ladies and gents. Free egg pan. Hashtag. Free egg pan. Anywho. So, let's go ahead and actually get on down to the brass tacks of episode 25 here tonight, this morning, this afternoon, this evening, whenever you may be watching this. I was trying not to do that. Excuse me, ladies and gents. Anywho, so, as I mentioned last week, we got 4 reviews coming up for y'all this evening. Will that turn into 5? Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But one of those, as I mentioned last week, is an advanced review of Shazam, baby. We gonna kick off tonight with not that review. No. That's gonna come a little bit later on in the broadcast here. We gonna kick things off tonight with one of this weekend's hotly anticipated new releases. First up on this episode's Real Rush tickets, the new Jordan Peele mindfuck horror film, Us. Be careful. We're gonna get to Lupita's performance here in a second. First off, so Us follows a family who's led by Lupita Nyong'o and Winston Duke, both from Black Panther, actually. So it follows them and their family on a beach vacation where they encounter and have to end up defending themselves against their own mysterious doppelgangers. And if you've seen the trailer for this joint, it is truly as freaky. Is it more freaky or not? I'm still debating that in my mind. But it's still lingering in my mind, and it's Sunday night as I filmed this. I saw that joint 3 nights ago, and it gave me that Hereditary feeling, like that I don't want to walk to the car by myself after this movie kind of feeling, you know? Yeah. Us. And that's really what I said about the plot there. That's really as much as I wanna and I'm gonna say about the plot, because I don't want to spoil anything. What I will mention though is because, and it's not unfortunate because of previous hype, because of previous films or anything, but when a director or an artist gets known for one thing, people expect more of that same thing from him. That being said, don't go into Us expecting another Get Out, because it's a completely different movie, as I almost knocked my pad off my lap here. It's a great follow-up to Get Out. Get up, get up, get down, get up out of your seat. Get up, get down, better give me some meat. What? That ain't the lyrics at all. That's okay though. So anywho, it's a great follow-up to Get Out. Once again, it's a completely different movie. Don't go in it expecting the same. So that being said, Jordan Peele does keep it mad fresh with this one. It plays a lot like a sharp cross between an old school 1960s Twilight Zone episode, which ironically Jordan Peele is now hosting the new version of on CBS All Access. I wish it was on actual CBS. But a sharp cross between that and an 80s horror flick, like right there in the middle. DX baby, suck it. So you could definitely see Jordan Peele's influences throughout the film if you know your movie shit. About Lupita Nyong'o's performance, she puts on a career stellar dual performance, especially as her doppelganger. She goes through, I don't even know how to explain it, like it's a complete, just all in physical, mental, emotional. That's just where she goes with it all, and the expressions and stuff that she makes, it's and the way that the cinematography is panning on her face at certain points, it's fucking creepy. But great performance. Would I say early, possible Best Actress contender for her doppelganger part? I'd say yes. if she doesn't get forgotten somehow by this time, or when the award season comes at the end of this year, then I would say, yeah, ladies and gents. But overall, Us. Straightforward horror with some well-placed humor, sprinkled about it. And an ending that is sure to stay on your brain and leave audiences talking. So that's all I'm going to say about that. So Us. It's now playing in wide release, ladies and gents. Go see that shit. I saw it at IMAX. I saw it an hour later on Thursday night just to see it in IMAX. And the opening credits alone, that's where that old schoolness comes in. And it's another well done job by Mr. Jordan Peele. Well done. Bravo. Real rush golf cut. Real rush golf cut. Yes. So Us. Check that shit out. It's awesome. It's dope. It's fresh. It's playing now. Go check out Us, y'all. Next up on the Real Rush Ticket, we have, we have a romantic drama. We have The Aftermath. Ooh. Was I going to go with Shazam after that originally? Yeah, well, since the thing's already up on the screen, Aftermath. Yeah. Now, as I stated a couple seconds ago, this is a romantic drama. This is set in post-World War II Germany, in Hamburg, to be exact. And this stars Keira Knightley and Jason Clarke, who's been putting it down in everything as of late, or last couple of years, Mr. Jason Clarke. And yet, has yet to be really get that one nominated performance. But he's on his way. Yet I digress. Anywho, so we got Keira Knightley, Jason Clarke. They're a British couple. Jason Clarke, he's part of the British Army, right? He's in charge with the re-cleansing, the rebirth of this part of war-torn Germany and whatnot, right? So they're seeking to occupy their own estate, only to decide to share it with its former tenants. A German widower, played by Alexander Skarsgård, and we saw this movie as part of an Alexander Skarsgård double feature, that's no digression, and his daughter. Now this causes some feelings to stir up between Miss Knightley and Mr. Skarsgård. Will they reserve themselves? Or will they let their harrowing passions take over in the heat of the moment? The war is over, but the war of personal battles is far from it in this. Glad I gave myself that idea. Yeah, overall, it's a decent wartime romantic drama. You can't go wrong with it, given the cast. Is it a little average at some points? Yeah. So that being said, I think it's going to be enjoyed, by most audiences. It's most certainly a good date night movie. If there are any couples out there who try to do, or who like to do double features or anything, or who are interested in period pieces or anything like that. I'm not talking about that kind of period. That's disgusting. But yeah, if you're interested in that kind of genre, I would say go check out The Aftermath. Yeah, see it. If you're in the DC metropolitan area, it's a limited release right now. It's currently playing at the Angelica. And starting this Friday, March 29th, it'll also be playing at Cinema Arts. Both of these joints in Fairfax, in that area. So yeah, Aftermath. Check it out. Next up, on Real Rush Ticket. You thought I was going to say Shazam, right? You thought I was going to go with Shazam, right? No. That's going to come a little bit later on in the telecast. A little bit later on in the telecast. We got to finish up the Friday Night Angelica. Excuse me. We must finish up the Friday Night Angelica. Alexander Skarsgård double feature first. Okay? That shit is going to take precedence. So, the main event, Friday Night Angelica, is a somewhat new movie called, or at least it's newly released, limited in this area. It's called The Hummingbird Project. And I had only seen the trailer for this once before seeing it, and we're talking like weeks into months and months and months ago. So far back that I barely remembered what was in the trailer and could match it to the movie. That's also no digression. Anyway, this is somewhat of a high-tech thriller. It's set in the world of high-frequency trading. Not trading. Trading. Damn allergies. Trading. Let me put that on the screen there. High-frequency trading. Not training. Not training. Not like Training Day with Denzel. Trading. Trading. Okay. Yes. Now this stars. We have Jesse Eisenberg and Alexander Skarsgård. Hey! Now, in this joint, they're cousins. Now they're looking to fulfill their dream of building and possessing the single fastest fiber optic cable that would go in between Kansas City, or Kansas, and New York City, or New York, New Jersey area. Now in the world of high frequency trading, this is important because, this is for low latency direct market access. This shit is where milliseconds are the difference between making or breaking millions into billions potentially, right? So this is some awesome shit. And to be the one to possess it, to have that power. You own it. Ooh. You make the money, baby. But their dream, it becomes a competition between them and their former boss, played by the gray-haired and still, she's even hotter with gray hair, I think, in this movie than she's got like that Diane Keaton effect going on. She gets hotter with age. Salma Hayek, their former boss, she finds out about their scheme. She gets a little ruthless. She gets a little hot. This is one of those films that gets little to no press, and yet after you see it, you wonder why. It's very akin to last year's American Animals, which is ironic because this is distributed. Both movies are distributed by The Orchard. Yeah. It's an outstanding blend of drama, thrills, suspense, humor. Easily, in my opinion, Skarsgård's best role that at least I've seen him in. I've only seen him in like 4 or 5 so far. Like the two tonight, and then you got Tarzan, and then probably some other shit that I'm forgetting about because my brain's starting to get a little cloudy. But that's neither here nor there. Alright? What is here is that Alexander Skarsgård, in this joint, he's completely playing against his usual type. And he pulls it off with such awesome magnificence. The score in this is also awesome as well. Now that's something that should stay on the radar for the season later on this year. Out of this weekend's new releases, not counting Shazam, because that ain't one of this weekend's new releases. That shit don't officially come out yet. But out of this weekend's new releases, The Hummingbird Effect is easily the best. I saw the late showing, and it kept my attention the whole time. That's usually the hard slot when it comes to, viewing stuff. Excuse me for a second here. I do apologize about that, ladies and gents. But that goes to show that here on The Real Rush, we have all access, no boundaries, one take. I wasn't going to cut in the middle of the Hummingbird Project. I have been saying the Hummingbird Project the whole time, right? Not the Hummingbird Effect or some shit like that. Okay, let's hope so. Anywho, back to the review. I did see the late showing. Excuse me again. It kept my attention the entire time. It'll keep your attention the entire time too. Why don't you go ahead, do yourself a favor, see the Hummingbird Project. This is also in very limited release. As far as I know, only the Angelica in this area has it, at least in the Northern Virginia area. But once you find the Hummingbird Project, go see it. And thank you later, ladies and gents. Yay. Y'all ready for what's next on the Real Rush ticket? In a second, I am going to take a little break here. But, hey, let's have a little word from our sponsor, right?
Everybody say Rotel, Hotel, Holiday Inn. And if your girl starts acting up, leave her ass and go home and make some chili, some chili.
Rotel, we're non-GMO project verified and non-BPA liner. We don't know what either of those shits mean, but we know that it sounds good. Rotel, we ain't for no bitch chili.
And thank you to them crazy motherfuckers from Rotel. And thank you, ladies and gents, for dealing with me as I take care of a little allergy problem there. Good Lord. Yeah, it's starting to get to the dough here a little bit, and that's okay. That's okay, because it makes me sound a little bit more like I've been sucking helium or something, and that's alright. Because this episode still rolls on, and we ready, baby, are we ready for Shazam? Not yet. As I mentioned at the beginning of this episode, there were 4, possibly 5 movies for me to review this week. And we're going to go ahead and there's an extra bonus movie. Last night, I had the privilege of checking out what's been re-released for its 20th anniversary. A contemporary 90s classic that is Cruel Intentions. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, y'all. It's in theaters for 1 week only, y'all. For anybody who hasn't seen this movie, such as myself, until last night, that's right, I hadn't seen Cruel Intentions until last night. And that's okay. That's okay. There's a fucking ton of movies from back in the day that I hadn't seen until recently. And that's alright, because movie buff, true movie buff, never finishes. This road, on the road, being on the road to wisdom, learning. Yet I digress. Anywho, it's Cruel Intentions. Anybody who hasn't seen this movie, this is an adaptation of a French novel, translating to Dangerous Liaisons, which also was a film that's actually been adapted a couple times. That was also adapted back in like 87 or 88, I believe. This one stars Sarah Michelle Gellar in complete hotness as a fucking brunette, y'all. And Ryan Phillippe, who did look like Justin Timberlake at the time, looked like the guy from Cruel Intentions. Now they both star as 2 wealthy high school step siblings, Catherine and Sebastian, right? Now they get their jollies off pretty much manipulating the shit out of other people. Enter Reese Witherspoon's character, Annette. She's the innocent virgin daughter of their high school's headmaster. Now enter their wager. If Sebastian can... we keeping it real. If Sebastian can bang Annette, because if you've seen this movie, then that's pretty much as safe as I'm keeping this conversation. If Sebastian can bang Annette, he gets to bang Catherine too. But if he fails in banging Annette, then Catherine gets possession of his prized classic Jaguar. This is late 90s cinema at its finest. I say cinema because the way that it looked on the screen last night is because of the fact that it was pre-digital, so you could tell that it was shot on film, so it actually looks that, it's got that grittiness and this, just that cinematic look on the screen that we don't get anymore. Everything looks too clean. But yeah. Like I said, late 90s cinema at its finest. Remember Wild Things? One of my late 90s contemporary faves. It's devilishly entertaining. It definitely explains some shit when it comes to the inspirations and pun definitely intended intentions of some of my generation. Fucking dirty bastards. Evil, down, dirty, rootless vatos. That's a different conversation for a different time. But hey, definitely check this out while it's still in theaters for this 1 week only. Whether you've seen it or not, there were a couple people in the theater that brought, it seemed like they dragged more or less one of their husbands to come see it with their group of friends. It sounded like he enjoyed it at the end. They had all seen it before, but he hadn't. At least, so there were 2 dudes in the theater, one of them being me, and the 3 chicks. They all sat right behind me, which is odd because I don't understand what it is about like going into a movie theater. There's nobody else in there, and like you pick out your seat, and no matter, it seems like no matter where I can pick it like over here on the left, all the way on the left, like somewhere in the center on the left, and somebody will sit somewhere in that fucking box like right around me. It's like, what are you doing? You got the whole theater. You got the whole theater. Like, it kind of freaks me out. But yet I digress. Cruel Intentions, classic. Check that shit out if you haven't seen it. And that moves us right along to, as I sniff and snort my way through this last review, the last one on the Real Rush ticket, ladies and gents. The anticipation is over. We talking Shazam, baby. That one rattled the head a little bit. I was saving all that energy just for that Shazam, baby. You're welcome. Shazam is the 7th installment in the DC Extended Universe, and this takes place roughly about a year after the events of Justice League. Not to spoil anything for anybody who hasn't seen Justice League, which is one of the better all overrated DC movies. I'm a personal fan of all of the DC movies, but that's also a different conversation for a different time. Yet I digress somewhat. Anywho, this follows teenage Billy Batson. Billy Batson. Damn nose. Billy Batson, played by Asher Angel. And he's a troubled teenager. He's bounced from foster home to foster home. Now he gains the ability to transform into the adult superhero named Shazam, played by Zachary Levi. And using this newfound power, he must stop the threats of Dr. Thaddeus Savannah, played by Mark Strong from Kingsman and The Brothers Grimsby, and tons of other movies. He's like the best way that I can describe Mark Strong, he's like the British Stanley Tucci. Alright. So Shazam. Same as Aquaman, DC, in my opinion at least, was kind of taking a risk here. That's why this project took so long to get off the ground, to get out of development hell. But, same as Aquaman, it totally pays off. Absolutely. 100+%. The DC movies, they all keep getting better and better, which shows great promise for the future of the franchise. Like, each of them are just little boosts in the arm that the franchise needs. Awesome, overall wise. Once I was saying, people, you generally have not been fans from the start of how the DC Extended Universe kicked off, especially Batman vs Superman. Again, that's a different conversation for a different time. But I love that fucking movie. But yeah, yeah, this is like, I was almost gonna say the Guardians of the DC universe, but I don't. But I said the same thing about Justice League, so I don't really want to say that about Shazam. But you see where I'm going there. The humor in it is awesome. Here's the best way to put it. Shazam is easily the campiest out of all the DC films thus far. Now that's an element that works completely in its favor. Alright? You have Zachary Levi absolutely stealing the show, showing off more of his great range. You know, everybody knows him from Chuck, the TV show back in the day. He's been in a few movies, and he ended up on Heroes, the somewhat reboot of that a couple years back. Fantastic in that. One of the better parts of that show. I'm a huge fan of that whole show. That last part wasn't well received, but yet I digress again. But anywho, there's great action. It's downright hilarious at times. The audience and myself absolutely dug Shazam. And, of course, you know, it being a superhero movie, it's got a good moral to boot. Not to spoil anything. But see this when it drops on April 5th. Which means, see this when it drops on Thursday, April 4th. See the early screenings, y'all. Or don't see the early screenings. That's fine. Don't go see the early screenings, because that way it keeps the theaters nice and empty for my early screenings. That's fine. Maybe I won't catch anybody else's. We won't be passing anybody else's allergens on to each other and shit. That's not a digression, because as you can see, that's what I've been struggling through this whole thing. And thank you for struggling through it with me. But yeah. And of course, this should go without saying. It's a comic book superhero movie, so it's a duh. But you gotta say it. Stay through all of the ending credits. And boom, it's just a Shazam review. We made it, baby. And that, my friends, ladies and gents, is a wrap for episode 25 of The Real Rush right here on YouTube. Thank you again for struggling with me through this episode. We're always going to put this together, get this some rest, get him some rest, that is. But please join me back here next weekend. Hopefully you feel better for episode 26, where I will have reviewed for y'all. Ooh, we got a good lineup coming up next week. Excuse me. We have Dumbo, which is what I kind of sound like right now. We have Hotel Mumbai, as if I couldn't get a harder city to try to pronounce right now. No offense to Mumbai. And I didn't know that this was coming until the Angelica announced it a couple days ago. But very high on my list. Ooh, pun definitely intended when I say high on my list. The Beach Bum. Yes, sir. And yes, ma'am. Yes, y'all. So, join me back here, episode 26, next weekend, for those reviews and much, much more, as always. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, shit like that, anything at all, please go ahead, type those into the YouTube comments down below, or, you know, personal message me, DM me, whatever. That's fine, too. I don't bite. I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. But also, If you haven't done so, please continue to subscribe to my channel, so that way you're notified of my videos as soon as they come out. Because if you do follow me on Instagram and or Facebook, you see my previews. But, as I mentioned the last couple episodes, sometimes I don't post my previews at the same time that I post my episodes. Sometimes it's sometimes there's some latency there, as if I don't have a high-speed fiber optic cable going between fucking Kansas and New York. Sometimes it's not, though. Sometimes it works with, excuse me, high speed. Anywho. But yes, please continue to subscribe. And please continue to spread the word of the Real Rush, like everybody should be spreading love these days, ladies and gents. And in the meantime, if you haven't done so, you may follow your boy on Instagram for my live movie check-ins as they occur. That is at JDubChampion, hashtag The Real Rush. And for The Real Rush, ladies and gents, I am your boy J-Dub. Thanks for watching once again. Everybody, have fun, y'all. Love J-Dub. Remember, when you're at the movies, keep the lips shut. The cell phone's got to be away, y'all. The cell phone got to be away. Why would you be on your cell phone when you pay to watch a fucking movie? Movie. To keep that rhyme scheme going. But yeah, check that shit after the movie. Or stay your ass at home. It's getting to that point. Or just, at least cut the brightness down. Yeah, do that shit. So yeah, take care of that shit. Include the smartwatches too. Turn the motion sensors off so that's not going off if you're sitting in front of me and want to be that guy in the alone theater. Just gonna sit right in front of a motherfucker. Allergies make me a little angry too. Anywho, but yeah. But let's get back to happiness when you're at the movies. Please, enjoy yourselves. Oh, but do be on time before you enjoy yourselves. Enjoy yourselves throughout. And from right here on The Real Rush, ladies and gents, ooh, it's gonna take a lot. Let's get it together, J-Dub. We got this. We'll see you next weekend. Peace.